Why are y'all getting married so young? Every day, I'm seeing posts from married people 25 years of age. What is going on? Why did you get married so young? I was pressured into marriage by my ex-husband's religious family. They told us if we lived together before marriage they would disown him. He pretty much put all the weight on me to decide what to do. I got married because I didn't want him to have issues with his family. After we got divorced, he moved in with the girl he was cheating on me with. His parents haven't disowned him. I did it at 19 to piss my mom off. I'm sure everyone can guess how that went. I live in Utah, probably cause they want to get it on. My wife has good insurance. Met someone immediately after college who was into the same interests and hobbies as me. Both had good jobs and knew what we wanted out of life. Moved in together and decided to get married. Things are incredibly easier when two people pay for things instead of one. Generally, I've noticed that if someone is getting married before drinking age, it's because they are waiting until marriage or have some kind of religious reason, or they got pregnant, or they married early for military reasons. From drinking age to about 25, it seems like a combo of love and getting pregnant unexpectedly. For me, it was because I loved my wife and couldn't imagine my world without her in it. I'm 33. Our 10-year anniversary is in a couple of weeks. To each their own. Thank you for saying 37 is young. I was in love. That was 22 years ago. Still in love. Doing my part. Waited until I was like, 0.38. I got married at 20. I'm 42 now and we are happier than ever. If you know, you know, I guess. Edit to elaborate because my first part explained nothing useful. We starting dating when I was 15. And within weeks we knew we would be together forever. I wanted to get married sooner, but we decided to wait 5 years to make sure. We are still very much in love. Absolutely no religious reasons or societal pressure as some people have mentioned. We just wanted to be together. Probably for the same reasons people above 25 get married. Love, tax breaks, societal expectations. I had graduated and had been working for 3 years. Dating for 4 years. Why wait if you don't want to? Military doesn't recognize BFS GFS face with spiral eyes. I got married right out of college. No religious reasons. Didn't wait for sex until marriage. Had plenty of that. I just met the most beautiful human on the planet at a young age. Didn't see any reason to wait. 2 kids and 15 years later and I'm happy as hell. If you know and you're both happy with each other, why wait? Why not? I'm in my 30s and unmarried. Which made sense for me. But it totally makes sense to get married in your early 20s if you found someone you really click with. If you marry young, you have the challenge of navigating personal growth together, but you have the advantage of being able to grow as a unit. If you marry older, you've done a lot of personal growth, but you then have the challenge of trying to align 2 lives' personalities that are potentially less flexible than those of people in their early 20s. Where? I think the average age of first marriage in my country is like 30 for women and 32 for men. And the trend is still increasing. Most of my high school friends are in their 30s and only a few are married. You must live in an area where everyone is religious. My friends and I have a theory that getting married is the only real way to afford housing. Especially if looking to get a mortgage. Most people don't want to buy a home with a friend roommate. Statistically, only like 45 of them will stay married. Allows them to get divorced young and find a new partner to marry before they're too old. I think this sub just gets a lot of religious type people posting based off this and some of the sex questions. Probably seeing a lot of single people in their 40s and 50s and trying to avoid it. From my experience, the reasons for this. From most popular to least popular. 1. Religious reasons. 2. Escaping a bad situation resources. 3. Predator-victim relationship. 4. Actual true love. This excludes reasons surrounding pregnancy. Some people do it because their insurance sucks and their SA has better insurance. Sounds dumb, but it makes sense if you've got a lot of health issues and have poor insurance offered by your job and your partner has better options, or there are more in-network providers in your area covered under their plan versus yours. For me, it's called One the South One. My grandmother's generation would ask them why they waited so long. That isn't too young for marriage. Although getting married at 18 has always been confusing to me, and any younger should be illegal in all circumstances. I'm 35 and feel like I'm still too young to get married sometimes. I got married at 22 because we had already been together for 4 years. Still together 40 years later. Married for 36 years. When you know, you know. I just want green card. It sounds like your question is really why get married. As long as you've got your education, I don't see what's weird about getting married at that age. Pretty much my whole family got married when they were 22-25. I found the one and didn't see a reason to wait longer. We wanted to start a family. I was 24. He was 25. Not really very young if you ask me. Though, not in terms of marriage. We loved each other and we wanted to live together. I was 21 and she was 23. It's been 14 years now. I got emancipated at 16 and then proposed to the girl I had loved since I was 9 and 1-2 She said yes, but took her ONW life after we miscarried our only child 2 years later. We would have been married 36 years this year. I still talk with her sister and father. And we still love each other. They were my family even when my own wasn't. I married my wife when I was 23 and she was 21. She just turned 17 when I met her though. So it's not like we rushed into it. Lol. What's crazy is our oldest kid is now the same age as she was when I met her. I'll be 41 in a few weeks. And yeah, we've gone through some shit together, better or worse and all of that. But there is still no one that I would rather spend the rest of my life with than her. This has been true since the day we met and becomes more true with every passing day. So, that's why. Cold sweat smile. The pool gets smaller and smaller as you get older. Plus, everyone has baggage. Because I found someone I loved and wasn't afraid to commit. I have someone to go on vacations with. I'm never lonely. I have more financial stability, dual income. And I love her more than anything in the world. True love leaves no doubts. Only people I know getting married at this age are Mormons. Who is y'all? I can barely get a date. I got married at 21 to a 41-year-old. I'm 26 and getting divorced. I personally don't think anyone should get married or even have kids before they're 25. Your mindset changes so much in your mid-20s. Because I didn't want to be old as fuck for my second one. Honestly, it just happened. Felt right and never looked back. Married when I was 23 and 3 kids later. Have been married for 13 years and it's great. Kids are growing up quickly and we are still young and have the energy to fill many shoes. I grew up Christian in a home focused on the end times. I got married to the first guy the first experienced a mutual attraction with at 22 because I wanted to have sex and be married before the world ended. The world was always on the precipice of ending. Since I was 7 years old. I regret not waiting longer. Living on my own, etc. I definitely will encourage my kids to be older.